This is CBS7 News at 6. Your eye on West Texas.
The only source, since we don't have any rivers, is from the groundwater.
After years of securing its water supply, the city of Fort Stockton is now looking to sell its precious resource to the city of Odessa.
The city of Fort Stockton has been the center of major water disputes. Most recently, the fight between the city and Midland businessman Clayton Williams. 3 fatal crashes in just one day, and transportation officials say these deadly accidents are happening more and more in West Texas.
CBS 7 Shannon Murray joins us to explain why they claim driving in the Permian Basin isn't what it used to be.
We begin all new tonight at 10 o'clock. A new program could offer hope for young immigrants who are working in the U.S. but do not have citizenship.
Tonight, dozens of West Texans gathered at a community forum to learn about a controversial program called Deferred Action.
He was found guilty on all 3 charges of capital murder. CBS 7's Jay Hendricks is live at the Ector County Courthouse with the latest. Jay?
Tatum, good evening. I'm coming to you from outside of the Ector County Courthouse, where, as you might imagine, it's been a long 4 days in this capital murder trial of James Doyle Burwell. A little over an hour ago, an Ector County jury came back with a guilty verdict. Families are still cleaning up after a tornado hits the community of Gardendale. Here's a look at the map showing the 1-mile-long path of destruction.
Our top story tonight at 6 o'clock. A toddler is in custody of Child Protective Services after he was found wandering in front of an apartment complex on a busy Midland road.
Police were notified around 7:30 this morning that the young child wearing only a diaper was found in the frontage road near Loop 250 and Best Buy.
This certainly qualifies as a mass trauma situation where they are working upwards of 20 people who were injured in this crash. We have confirmed multiple fatalities. One source tells us that some of those fatalities are indeed the servicemen who were here to be honored in our area. Jay Hendricks is live on the scene where people are stunned. They sat and watched this happen. Jay, tell us, you're with a witness. Tell us what she saw.
Tatum, we, of course, are here on the scene. A lot of people have been standing around, as we told you, and a lot of these folks were here watching what was going on. Lydia Rodriguez joins me now. She's with Stripe. She was one of the people here. Absolute tragedy. You were here, I'm sure, with a lot of people watching these soldiers and Marines who were riding here. Describe what you saw.
Okay.
And how tragic it is. And we have confirmed that 2 of the deaths, this is video that is just into our newsroom, 2 of the deaths were soldiers who were sitting on top of a flatbed trailer as part of that parade procession.
Saw this happen, so I guess you're relying on a lot of what they're telling you too to help figure out.
Yes, we have a number of detectives here trying to interview witnesses, see what they knew and see what they saw, and just try to piece the whole event together.
Once again, we are being told by you 4 people killed, 16 injured, critically at the hospital.
Yes, at this time, that's what the numbers are.
We are going to stay on this situation. We do have crews at the hospital as well, which is where this story will move toward, because as you can imagine, those who were injured, 16, we have confirmed 4 fatalities. They had family members who were also in town. So everyone will now be at the hospital as they are waiting to see how badly their loved ones are injured. It is just a tragic turn of events here. The rebuilding begins after a severe storm rips through Gardendale, destroying a few homes in its path.
Here's an aerial view of Gardendale, where many residents took cover waiting for last night's storms to pass, only to find destruction to their property. We have 1 confirmed report of a serious injury.
CBS 7's Jennifer Samp has been in Gardendale since early this morning, talking with people in that area. She joins us now live to describe the devastation. Jennifer? We begin tonight with a developing story out of West Odessa. A heavy police presence in one neighborhood this Halloween night after a man is killed during a deputy-involved shooting. It happened about 7:30 in the 4000 block of North Uranus Road. The Ector County Sheriff's Office, DPS troopers, and Texas Rangers are all on the scene. My partner Jay Hendricks joins us now live from the neighborhood with more on what exactly led to the shooting tonight. Jay?
Tatum, good evening. I'm coming to you from the 4000 block of Uranus here in West Odessa, where tonight, as you can see behind me, still a very active scene. We have DPS troopers who are here, Texas Rangers, investigating a shooting of a man by an Ector County Sheriff's deputy. With your eye on education, the Texas Comptroller's Office has released its yearly report today, rating school districts and charter schools on academic progress compared to relative spending. My partner Tatum Hubbard breaks down the ratings for our local school districts. Tatum?
It's called the FAST Report, or Financial Allocation Study for Texas. The ratings are derived from a formula which uses data from... We continue our team coverage in Odessa. 11 years of service to the city. CBS 7's Jennifer Samp joins us now from Mayor Larry Melton's office as he explains the challenges the new mayor will face and the highs and lows of his career.
The search continues tonight for Haley Dunn after investigators try to find answers into human remains discovered near a Big Spring airport. Investigators have cleared the scene and have taken evidence for further analysis.
An FBI team arrived in Big Spring this morning near the McMahon airfield where...
New tonight at 10 o'clock, a fight on the road has law enforcement officials concerned.
Cars and 18-wheel trucks trying to take control and is causing crashes all over the Permian Basin.
For example, this crash happened Monday night on Interstate 20.
So who's at fault? CBS 7's Jennifer Samp spent the day speaking with both truck and vehicle drivers who put the blame on each other. She joined us from a truck stop off Interstate 20 to describe the feud. Jennifer?
After a terrible tragedy strikes a family, there is little time for grief. Now they are planning the funeral to bury 3 children. CBS 7's Shelley Childers spoke with the grandfather of the children today. She joins us now with their emotional story. Shelley?
In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the Trinity School girls volleyball team made a donation to 2 local organizations today. The district champs challenged the school with a Dig Pink game last week in which they sold t-shirts to benefit Hope House and Pink the Basin.
Whitney Harding joined us now. She was at that ball game, so she's going to have the highlights of that game as well.
That's right, we're going to have the highlights. It was a playoff game tonight. They're already in playoffs.
Your eye on West Texas.
I only have 30 days of up front. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have nowhere to go right now.
In less than a month, dozens of Midlanders will be homeless after their apartment complex was sold to an oil company. Before we get to that story, we have breaking news tonight at 6 o'clock, just 35 short minutes after the jury began deliberating.
One person is dead, another taken to the hospital after a bizarre crash involving a daycare bus. That bus crashed into an unused building that once housed a Hua's restaurant. My partner Jay Hendricks joins us now live from the scene of the crash with the latest information. Jay?
Tatum, good evening. We are here at the scene at 21st and Andrews Highway. As you can see behind me, the building, what used to be a Hua's restaurant, has been boarded up tonight. The bus was removed about an hour ago, and Odessa police have been out here throughout the night trying to piece together exactly what happened.
I recently traveled with several ECISD principals and members of the Education Foundation to see how far this program can take a school, even one that on paper has every reason to fail.
Stultz Elementary School in Richardson, Texas, a national Title I distinguished school, rated exemplary by the Texas Education Agency, home to the AVID curriculum.
Women and children cross the U.S.-Mexico border illegally every day.
So far this year, our Border Patrol agents have arrested more than 2,000 people in the Big Bend sector alone.
We felt the impacts of the illegal immigration.
Class started Monday, and Ector County ISD already has nearly 2,000 more students than they did this time last year. To put that into perspective, that's enough students to fill 3 elementary schools.
CBS 7's Shannon Murray spent the afternoon at one campus that is nearly 350 students over capacity.
We begin tonight with continuing coverage on a developing story out of Big Spring. Forensic experts from North Texas are on their way to Big Spring Air Park, where law enforcement officials say human remains have been found.
The discovery was made around 3 o'clock this afternoon near Desert Tanks near the McMahon-Wrinkle Airport. We begin all new tonight at 6 o'clock. Semi-truck drivers are required to check their tires every day. But as CBS 7 investigates, faulty tires are all too common in West Texas, putting you in danger every time they hit the highways. CBS 7's Jennifer Samp joins us in Midland County now with a surprising discovery.
Tonight, the Board of Trustees passed a salary pay raise to help teachers maintain a standard of living that's being set by the oil boom.
CBS 7 Shelley Childers was at the meeting tonight where district officials say this was necessary not only to bring in employees but also to keep the staff they have left.
Summer showers arrive in West Texas, giving us some much-needed relief from the triple-digit heat and some beautiful West Texas skies. Look at that rainbow.
Yeah, many viewers sent us pictures of double rainbows as well that were out there. Are more showers on the way for the weekend? Let's check in right now with weather specialist Daryl Ward for a quick look at how the start of our weekend is shaping up.
This week's Sunday's Child is a tough cookie, but he's a perfect example of why every child deserves a forever family.
Put it by my tooth and see how big it is.
Pretty big.
13-year-old Jose is pretty amused with the animals at the petroleum.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for the CBS7 Christmas special. When you think of Christmas, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?